Children, today we are going to learn something from grammar, and the name of the grammar book is The Grammarite. Okay, so the very first chapter is a very familiar topic, that is sentences. So, since you started your class, means your studies, you might have learnt anyhow or the other what is a sentence. So sentence, generally we say the group of words which makes complete sense, and generally it has got a subject and a predicate, isn't it? So let us see what are there in sentences. So here we find the very first topic dealt with in the chapter is question tag. So what is question tag? Question tag turns a statement. Now what is a statement? The group of words when we write in a sentence form, that becomes a statement. So question tag turns a statement into a question, means when you ask something, that is a question. So question tag turns a statement into a question. They are often used for checking information that we think we know is true. So we will when somebody gives some statement, generally we use the question tag to confirm or for checking whether it's true. Like for example, she said half price, didn't she? Now you see the red colored letters or the words didn't she is termed as question tag. So she said half price. Now she said half price, I am telling to someone. Now again I am confirming on my part whether she really said so. So I will say didn't she. The words didn't she is a question tag. Now what are the rules of question tag? The two basic rules of question tags are, if the statement, again I said the statement is what? When the group of words are written in a sentence form, that is a statement. So if the statement is negative, means not word is used, that becomes a negative statement. The question tag must be positive. But if the statement is positive, the question tag becomes negative. So this vice versa things you have to keep it in your mind, that when it is the statement is positive, question tag will be negative, and when the statement is negative, the question tag will be positive. Now examples of positive sentences having negative question tags. Now we will see how a positive sentence will have a negative question tags, like everybody spoke loudly. Now everybody spoke loudly means here we haven't used not word, so it will be a positive statement or positive sentence. So didn't they, now didn't is what? It is the words collection of did and not. So when we contract it, when we make it short, we make it didn't. So didn't stands for did not they, or but we say didn't they, and we put a question mark. Now so didn't they means did not they. Now did not they, now they, why we have used? Because everybody is a plural form of pronoun. Okay, again everyone stood there, didn't they? So did not they. Now we have a positive statement, everyone stood there, so we have used a negative question tag. How negative? Because didn't stands for did not, so not we have used in the question tag word, so it becomes a negative question tag. So important thing to note, if the subject is like subject here, what is the subject? About whom we are speaking or talking about, like everybody, everyone, somebody, someone, nobody or no one, we use the subject they in the question tag because they all are plural. Okay, examples of negative sentences. Now we will see how negative sentence will have a positive question tag. She never comes late. Now this is something negative. Does she? Now does, because she is the third person. So third person always we use which form of do verb? Does. So does she? We don't keep our country clean. Don't means do not. So here we will make do not as positive do we. So do has become do we. Do not has become do, and never has become does, because she is the third person. So we have used does she because we are referring to the third person she. We don't. Now we is the here which we are talking about. We is the plural form. So do we. So if the sentence contains negative words like never, seldom, hardly, ever, we generally use a positive question tag. So seldom words like seldom she comes here means she never comes here. It is almost equal to never. So it is something negative word. Now here rules have been given how to form the question tags. So like suppose if the statement is with I am, so we say aren't I. Now I am fast, aren't I? Okay. Now positive statement, am I? I am not in form, am I? So this way for negative, I am not in form, am I? So here we will find with I am we are using I am fast, aren't I? I am not in form, am I? Again with positive statements, we have a negative question tag like she is painter, isn't she? Negative statement, positive question tag. They are not late, are they? So are not has become are. We have removed not to make it a positive question tag. Without the verb have or be, like by using a form of do in the question tag. He likes chess. Now doesn't he? Does why? Because as I told you, he is again the third person. So doesn't he? So what are the third persons? He, she, it, isn't it? So we will use does word with that. So doesn't he? Because we have to make a negative question tag. You don't sing. Do you? So wherever you find a negative statement, we have the positive question tag, because I am saying do you. So that's become a positive question tag. Doesn't he? Does not he? Because not has come, so it has become a negative question tag. Beginning with letters by using shall. Let us swim. Shall we? So let us, whenever it comes, we will use shall. Let us have a picnic. Shall we? Because let us have. So let us means us counts many people, many person, right? So it becomes a plural form. So we write shall we. Now with imperative sentence, by using will. Close the windows, because we are ordering someone, close the windows. So will you, because we are saying to the second person only to close the window, na? So we will say will you. Okay. Now with somebody, nobody, anybody or everybody, we using they. Okay. By using they, like anybody can dance. Can has become cannot they or can't they. Nobody should be talking. Should they? Okay. So these words should carry such question tag. Because nobody should be talking. Should they? Okay. Anybody can dance. Can't they? Like that. Now let us go back to what I explained in the beginning, sentences. Now as I have told you, sentences, group of words making a complete sense. So to understand declarative, interrogative, exclamatory and imperative sentences, by recognizing the appropriate definitions and end marks, we will see. Now what are the 4 types of sentences? You all know. It might be on your tips like declarative, interrogative, exclamatory and imperative. So what is a declarative sentences? These are the most important types of sentences. These sentences will tell you facts, opinions and other statement. Means it is generally the statement. This type of sentence will end with a full stop. Now examples of declarative sentences. The sky is blue. Full stop. I am a 7th grade student. Full stop. We will go to the movie. So we are declaring something. We are telling something. He is a great leader. We have a program in the morning. Our class is having a party on Friday. So we have put a question, full stop after this. So I would just means I would like to do a very small correction, like our class is having a party on Friday. So by mistake there is an exclamation mark, so there should be a full stop, children. I am very sorry for that. So our class is having, so every declarative sentence should end with a full stop. Now what is an interrogative sentence? An interrogative sentences asks a question. This type of sentence is usually asked directly to someone. This type of sentence ends with a question mark. Examples. Can you repeat the question? I'm asking something. I'm asking somebody. I'm requesting somebody. So it's a question mark. Are we going to have recess today? What is your favorite movie? How do you answer this question? Do you have an extra pencil? All these are ending with a question mark. What is an exclamatory sentence? This is a sentence that has very strong emotion or surprise. When you have some emotions or surprise, generally we use exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentences express the intense feelings of a person. This type of sentence ends with an exclamation mark. So you could see here how we have put an exclamation mark. Like, what a beautiful day. So you are very much happy. So we have put an exclamation because that is showing your emotions, your feelings. I am angry. You did a great job. I love the color of your room. You won the prize. That is a huge well. So all this will have an exclamation mark. Okay. What is an imperative sentence? These sentences express a command. Whenever you command, when you make a request or give an advice, we use imperative sentence. It ends with a full stop. Like examples, stand at ease means you are commanded to stand at ease. During the assembly time, you are being commanded to stand at ease. Always obey the traffic rules. It's an advice. Please pass me a tissue paper. It's a request. So let us identify the 4 types of sentences. I am a good student. I think it will be a declarative sentence because it's ending with a full stop. What type of sentence is this? It is ending with a question mark. So it will be an interrogative sentence. Okay. Who is your teacher? Again an interrogative sentence. We won the prize. Exclamatory sentence. Go out of the class. Imperative because it's a command. Now what are negative sentences? When we add not to the positive sentence, it becomes a negative sentence. Like Rohit will go to school today. Now we have to make it negative. We will say Rohit will not go to school today. I like cricket. Positive. When you want to make it negative, we add not. I do not like cricket. Now let us see transformation of sentences. Now children, transformation sentences is what? The 4 kinds of sentences we learned. Now we will see how to change if a declarative sentence is given to change into interrogative sentence, or interrogative is given, how to change into exclamatory, how to change exclamatory into declarative. So vice versa, we are changing among the types of sentences. Like see, transformation of sentences. A sentence can be changed from one kind to another without changing its meaning. Yes, this is a very, very important point. You have to make it. Remember, whenever you are changing one form of sentence to another, the meaning should remain the same. Okay, that is very important. If meaning changes, the answer will be wrong, incorrect. Let us see from exclamatory means when we have a sudden feeling or expression, we say exclamatory. How to make it declarative? An exclamatory sentence can be changed into a declarative and vice versa. Like, what an amazing day it is. It is exclamatory. Now you'll be asked to change into declarative. So you will write, it is an amazing day. So you find the basic changes, the sign changes. Exclamatory was with an exclamation mark. Now it has become a full stop since we have changed from exclamatory to declarative. Now from declarative to interrogative. A declarative sentence can be changed into interrogative by putting the verb before the subject. So subject you all know. So we have to put the verb. They stay in Delhi. Don't they stay in Delhi? So we have changed to interrogative. So they stay in Delhi. So we have used okay, we have to change to interrogative. So don't they stay in Delhi? Because it's a plural form of subject, so we have used don't. When declarative sentence has two verbs, it can be changed into an interrogative by putting the subject between the two verbs. Now what are verbs? Those are action words. So if we get two verbs in a sentence, we will put the subject in between to change to interrogative. Like she has finished her work. Now has and finished, we have two verbs here. Now we have to change it. So what is the rule? That we have to put the subject in between. So here you'll find has is a verb. So has we have put, and the subject she we have put in between finished. So has and finished is a two verbs are there, and we have used she in between. So has she finished her work? You are going to trade fair. Now are and going both are verbs. So you will find you is the subject we have placed in between. Are you going to the trade fair? And we have put a question mark. When a declarative sentence contains the adverb never, it can be changed into an interrogative by changing it to ever. So whenever you find a never word, which is an adverb of degree, okay, so there we will make it ever to change into interrogative. Like I never asked you to do it. It's a declarative sentence. So when we make into interrogative, did I ever ask you to do it? So you should make such changes. When declarative sentence contains the adverb no, it becomes any in the interrogative. There is no excuse about your behavior. There is no excuse. So no will become any in interrogative. Is there any excuse about your behavior? Okay, so this way you will change. A declarative sentence can be changed by adding a question tag to it. Like Dina is very happy. Declarative. Dina is very happy, isn't she? An imperative sentence can be changed to an interrogative sentence and vice versa by adding will. Stop talking. It's an imperative. It's a command. So will you stop talking? It has become an interrogative. So from declarative to negative, these changes can be made in different ways. My parents live in Shimla. My parents do not live in Shimla. Then by changing words with suffixes. What are suffixes? Which we add at the end. So from declarative, affirmative. Affirmative means something which is positive to negative. It was thoughtless of him to speak ill of his parents. It is not thoughtful of him to speak ill of his parents. So you will find the basic thing that we are not changing the meaning. So from declarative, affirmative to negative, this is a bad proposal. This is not a good proposal. See, if we have written this is a bad proposal, this is not a bad proposal, that means this is not a good proposal. This is a bad proposal, means we are saying proposal is bad. So when we change into negative, this is not a good proposal, means we are again trying to say that it's a bad proposal. So this way the meaning should not change. So nothing, no one, nowhere can be used to make negative. Everyone disliked the book. No one disliked the book. There is always scope for improvement. There is never too late to make improvement. So we have used never from always to never to make it affirmative to negative. So there is never too late to make improvement. So there is always scope, means there is always options are open for improvement. So we have to change the same way. So there is never too late to make improvement. We are trying to say the same thing. Now changing from to so that. The patient is too weak, means very weak we want to say, to walk. So we say the patient was so weak that he cannot walk. So children, I hope it was little bit lengthy chapter, but I think you have already done in your last class. So just you have to brush up your minds and you have to revise everything what is given in the book and follow the video, go through every examples which I taught you today, so that whenever you do the exercises, your concepts are clear. So till then, goodbye. Thank you for listening.